No, all eyes on me.
I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Yes, we can.
Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You gon' fuck around and drown off this way.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Line, where I ain't lying to you. It's your host, AG, and I'm definitely glad you decided to tune in for today's podcast. In the words of Chris Cuomo, let's get after it. Today's podcast is entitled Watcher versus Participant. So earlier this week, my baby brother had a birthday and turned 11. For some reason, it was a little emotional for me. As I spoke with my mom, I was telling her how watching my brother grow up was a privilege. He's one of the few children I've had the pleasure and joy to watch grow up literally before my eyes. As we spoke, my mom said that not only have I watched my brother grow up, I've participated in his growing up. My mom continued by saying that participating in a child's life is far more important and impactful than just watching him or her grow up. I started to think after that conversation, how often do we sit back and watch rather than become participants? So let's get this straight first. We want to be participants, not watchers. There's one key element that separates the participants from the watchers, and that is action. If we use the example of a childhood, watchers simply sit back. They watch the child. They'll watch them suffer and triumph, but they never step in. Participants, however, they take that action. They mentor, attend events important to the children, and listen to them talk. Just to list a few, I know I can proudly say I've participated in my brother's growing up. I've helped him learn to moonwalk. I've attended award ceremonies, theater productions, games, and I've taken time out of my day to go eat lunch with him. I've helped him to feel loved, all while teaching him to love himself and be confident. I say all that because right now, we have to be participants. There is no time to sit down and be a watcher. Watchers are complainers and complacent. They sit and complain. They are the booers President Obama mentioned. The participants, however, are the voters.
And then there's Donald Trump. Don't boo, vote.
Now, this might be some shade thrown, but as always, I'm okay with that. Watchers sit and relax and do a reshare, retweet, or repost, and that's it. And every now and then, there's always that long caption with the reshared post. Enough. We need action. We deserve action. Participants might repost, retweet, and reshare, but they have action. While the watcher is on the couch moving only their thumbs, the participant is actively doing something to partake in creating change. Now, I've got another example for you. Unfortunately, we see this a lot, way too much. When police brutality occurs and a black person is harmed or killed, there is an uproar on social media. Everyone uses the hashtag, which is a whole nother conversation. But in moments like these, how many of us are watchers? We get upset and complain, but we don't do anything. We cry because a life was lost, but we just move our thumbs thinking that would get us the change we so desperately need. Watchers don't get anything done. As participants, we can create change. We can do the simple things, such as mentoring a young child to keep them on the right path or to bring them on the right path. We can have conversations with community members and leaders. After we type the post, we need to place our phones down and act. We can't get anything accomplished within police brutality if the fight remains on social media. Now, I want to tell you about some participants who have made some great historical change for us.
Woo! Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see.
Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman elected into Congress where she championed education and women's rights. Shirley Chisholm was also the first woman and first black person to run for the United States presidency. Chisholm chose to partake because she was seeing things that needed to be changed. And as I am attempting to be a participant to that caliber, I hope one day to have my Shirley Chisholm moment. Her campaign slogan was unbought and unbossed, and that's exactly how we need to be when we are in our participation. Then there are brothers James Weldon Johnson and John Rosamond Johnson. Together, they wrote the Negro National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. This song was written when racism was running rampant. This was written during the Jim Crow era. They wanted to provide something to show black people of the time there was hope, instead of watching the suffering of their people and waiting for someone else to do something. They took action, they participated and wrote this song. Even today, this song serves as a beacon of light and hope, just as they intended. Lastly, I want to mention explorer Matthew Henson. In 1906, Henson co-discovered the North Pole. Unfortunately, because of the times, Henson did not get the acknowledgement he deserved. Sometimes, as a participant, you go through tough times and being uncomfortable. You go through all that and you accomplish something huge, but you're not always recognized.
Real G's moving silence like lasagna. People say I'm borderline crazy, sorta kinda. Woman of my dreams, I don't sleep so I can't find her.
And that's okay. Participants do things for the sake of change and positivity, not for glory and recognition. Unfortunately, there are some watchers who do the long posts only to receive the glory from followers, but there is no action. Now, let me list some watchers. Silence. I wonder why. Because watchers don't get anything done or create the change we need. I'm not about to sit here and waste your time or my time trying to search through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to find watchers. Now, being a participant doesn't mean you stop posting. Please inform everyone. Being a participant, however, does not limit how you inform people. Participants just don't inform people through their phones. Participants use their actions and their spiritual gifts to inform people. We, as participants, we are the leaders.
It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brothers, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I let it go back to when we played as kids, but things changed. That's the way it is.
You know, there are more watchers than there are participants. Not everyone wants to be uncomfortable. Not everyone is okay with not being recognized. Being a participant takes time. It takes longer than a few moments to press retweet or type a few hashtags. Being a participant means you are pouring into someone or something. You are being a giver. There are sacrifices to be made and tough decisions to think through. But you're a participant. You share posts, and then you go out and you do. Just like last week's podcast. You shared the link, vote.gov, to help people get registered, and then you registered yourself, or you followed up to those people to make sure that they actually registered. You are a participant. Now, imagine if Malcolm X or Jackie Robinson chose to sit back and watch rather than participate. Their life would have definitely been easier, but it wouldn't have been purposeful. Choose purpose over easy every time. I definitely stand by and believe that our actions are not our own. We must participate. We have to participate. I'll leave you with this quote. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. End quote. By Jackie Robinson. We participate, not watch. Thank you again for tuning into The Lion. Now, I challenge you to go out and be a participant.